Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. The Lord declares the fate of the men of demonical nature. 19th Shloka. Tanaham dvishataha kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipamya jashrama shubhana suri shvevayonishu. Substance. The haters of me in themselves and other beings, cruel, thinking and doing evil thoughts and deeds, the worst men, I hurl them always into the wombs of the demons in the endless process of birth and death. Commentary. Dveshataha. Those who hate others hate the Lord, for He is in the hearts of all beings. What terrible punishment comes to those diabolical men is declared here. That righteousness should yield its own good fruit and adharma should yield its own evil fruit in the eternal law of the Almighty, operating in nature. No one can escape punishment when the law of dharma is violated. Such men shall be responsible for their own downfall. The Lord has already described the divine qualities of righteousness. If people deny them, adopt the opposite way of life, they shall be hurled into lower and lower planes of existence. They shall be tossed about in the flood of samsara and undergo all the evils and pains of birth and death. So, all people should be vigilant and cautious about what nature they cultivate in the course of their life. They should take to the divine nature and obtain liberation. Tanaham. The Lord proclaims that He hurls them into the wombs of demons, of cruel beasts and poisonous reptiles. He, the Lord, is the controller of the universe. He is the lawgiver. He is the dispenser of men's actions, good and bad. He is the decider of the fate of every jiva in the universe. Naradhaman. The Lord condemns these men of demonical nature as the worst and lowest of men. He is indignant with them and takes many shapes and forms to destroy them. Vinashaya cha dushkrutam. He has already declared why he takes birth in the world. It is both to protect the righteous and destroy the wicked. Man is endowed with reason and discrimination. He should be the best of men and not the worst of men. He should strive to be Purushottama and not to be Purushadhama. So all people should have devotion and fear of the Lord, for He is ever watchful to find out the wicked and hurl them into demonical wombs. Samsareshu asurishveva yonishu. The plural form is used to indicate that these diabolical men have to pass through many births as beasts and reptiles and asuras. As the effect of their own action, they are caught in the whirlpool of samsara, live beastly lives and die. And again they are born as beasts and continue in this state for many births. They cannot escape punishment. Like the goat that tries to run away from the butcher but is caught by him and killed. These men are seized by the Lord and punished till the last moment of their unrighteous lives. In the Garuda Purana, the fate of evildoers and the different punishments that they suffer in hell for different crimes and are clearly described. So it is the duty of all real men to avoid this fate by adopting the divine qualities, the sattvic way of life, and attain moksha. Kshipami, the Lord says, I hurl them, as one would hurl a stone or impure thing away from him. The seekers should clearly understand the Lord's idea about those who deny Him and follow a dharmic way of life. The Lord is full of grace to those who follow His injunctions, and those who deny Him and act against His command should face the penalty by the unalterable decree of God. Ajashram, always. As long as evil tendencies occupy the mind and urge man to evil deeds, he shall have to suffer the fate of beasts and reptiles. Their pain and suffering has no end. Sorrow follows them like their own shadow. Some people usually ask the question, Sir, how long are we to bear the pains of samsara? The answer is as long as ignorance and delusion covers their mind, as long as they are provoked into evil ways by their own unbridled and impure samskaras, as long as they forget God, as long as they are proud, hateful, and cruel, they shall not be liberated from samsara. Give up the satanic tendencies in you, gain the divine qualities, and you shall thereafter quickly attain peace. This is the Lord's advice to the sincere aspirants. The word ajashram always indicates that the divine law is eternal and operates for all the time. Question: what is the fate of these men of diabolical nature who hate God? Answer: they shall be hurled into demonical wombs, the wombs of beasts and reptiles, till their bad karma is exhausted. Question: how long does the divine law operate? Answer: for all the time. Ajashram. Born in demonical wombs, they go down and down into lower states. 20th sloka. आसुरीं योनिमापन्ना मूढ़ा जन्मनि जन्मनि मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्. Substance. O Arjuna, entering into demonical wombs in birth after birth, they thus fall into lower state than that. Commentary. The Lord describes the progress of these wicked men after they are hurled into demonical wombs. They do not attain Him because they are deluded. So they go down into lower and lower states of existence. They are born as cruel beasts and then as reptiles and then again as beasts and poisonous trees and so on. That is their fate. As the rubber ball dropped on the top of the staircase rolls down step by step, these evil souls go down into lower and lower conditions. Hearing this exhortation of the Lord, the graphic description of the fate of the evildoers, who would not wake up to the realities of the life and action, who would not turn away from evil, who would not surrender to the Lord, who would not pray to Him to be saved, we can understand why the Lord presents the fate of evildoers so picturesquely, so intensely, and with such terrific force. He warns mankind, a terrible warning it is indeed, which only the most abandoned souls could fail to understand. Let mankind wake up to truth and know where they are, what they are, and what their fate would be. Let them not go down into hell, but lift themselves up by devotion to the Lord and by the steady cultivation of the divine qualities. Question: what is the fate of those who are born in demonical wombs? Answer: failing to reach God, they go down into lower and lower births. Question: what then is the way to be saved? Answer: rejection of the demonical qualities and adoption of the divine nature. The Lord explains the way to escape from the triple gateway to hell. 21st sloka. Trividham narakasjedam dvaram nashanamaatmanah kamah krodhah tatha lobhas tasmadetattrayam tyajet. Substance. Triple is the gateway to hell: desire, anger, and greed destructive of one's self. Therefore, one should abandon the triple evil. Commentary. The Lord reiterates what has been said already. Kama, Krodha, and Lobha form the triple opening into hell. They are the three evils, Dushtatrayam, which directly lead man into lower worlds. When these gates are shut by dispassion, love, and detachment, there is no fear for man. The demonical qualities, so elaborately described so far, are epitomized and classified into three essential evils: desire, wrath, and greed. Desire is to be conquered by dispassion, wrath by love, greed by discrimination and detachment. There is hope for the awakened souls who have become conscious of the evils in them and the horrible future that awaits them if they do not destroy these evils. Striving for purity and a higher way of life, they shall shut down the gateway to hell. These evils, lurking in the heart like thieves in darkness, should be detected by the torchlight of knowledge and should be driven out with the help of divine qualities. Question: what are the three gateways to hell? Answer: they are Kama, Krodha, and Lobha. Question: how do they injure the Jiva? Answer: they are self destructive. Question: what then should be spiritual aspirants do? Answer: they should abandon these three evils. Question: what are the evils of demonical nature? Answer: Kama, Krodha, and Lobha are the fundamental evils of the Asuric nature.